XXL, you played yourself. What is good, y'all? It's your boy Josh here from One Track Mind, and today we got to talk about the XXL Freshman List of 2021. They announced the list yesterday, and I saw it. A lot of people are having mixed reactions about it, so you already know your boy had to make a video about it. Again, I don't really go off script for most videos that I make, but when it comes to time-sensitive content, your boy has to grab some clout tokens where he can, you know? Anyways, I've seen a bunch of people already go over who's on the list, whether or not they're happy about those decisions, etc. So I figured let's go over the people who were snubbed. But before we go ahead and start this video, be sure to sub to the channel to support. You already know One Track Mind is going up. We're trying to stay as consistent as possible, and the subs definitely help us with that. Also, if this video hits 100 likes, I will cover the actual XXL Freshman List and give you guys my opinions on everybody that's there, you know, whether or not I feel they deserve to be there, etc. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram, where we're posting daily hip-hop content all under a minute. We do that on TikTok too, but you know how the algorithm can be, so definitely be sure to follow us on Instagram. All links to everything are going to be in the description. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so before we talk about artists specifically, I just want to make a public disclaimer. Everybody who I'm claiming has been snubbed from this list were people who actually were candidates for the list, meaning you could vote for them. So yeah, just fair warning, you know, I'll give a little honorable mention thing at the end. Anyways, the first snub on this list, in my opinion, has to be Deante Hitchcock. I know that's probably not a very popular opinion because most of you don't really know who this guy is. However, every year in XXL, they have one lyrical artist or two lyrical artists that are able to actually spit in the cypher, kind of like the highlight event of XXL Freshman List. And like, out of all these guys who were potential contenders, Deante Hitchcock definitely has the hardest bars, unless we look at someone like Dax, who doesn't really have public opinion in his favor. But yeah, Deante Hitchcock has music with guys like JID, Denzel Curry. I'm pretty sure he has a song with Corday, Kenny Mason, etc. So you already know he can hold his own when it comes to actually being able to spit bars. Next up, we got Erica Banks. The only reason why I'm saying she's snubbed is because XXL is trying to be hella progressive, so they're trying to fill the female slots on the list. And I mean, I told you I'm not going to talk about the people who are already on the list, but let's just say Erica Banks is probably more popping as a female artist than some of the female artists on this list. That's where I'll leave it. That's where I'll leave it, you know? Travis Scott jumped on her remix of Bust It. She's just going crazy, you know what I mean? She has collabs with hella artists out there. Like, she actually has the potential to be a prominent artist in the music industry as a female artist, despite having come from TikTok, which is something relatively unpopular. Then we got Fredo Bang. This dude was definitely a snub. He was bigger than at least 3 or 4 artists that are still on the list right now. Fredo Bang has been around since like 2019, maybe 2020. He was up for the list last year, I believe. He's just going crazy. He's been going crazy. I'm actually very surprised that this guy didn't make the list. Super talented artist. I think he's from Baton Rouge. So yeah, like that kind of stays true to his sound, you know what I mean? When you hear this guy spit, you know he's from Baton Rouge, you know he's from like that southern area, comes with that southern sound, and really stays true to his roots. I have a lot of respect for Fredo Bang. I don't really have much to add to that. I think he should have made the list. Alright, then we got Josiah. Josiah has had multiple hits. You know what I mean? Josiah has the "And I'm Swerving in the Streets" song over there. You know what I'm talking about? Can't remember the name of it for whatever reason, but he has a cult fan base, the same fan base that would be able to vote for him and, you know, go watch his freestyle going on there. And like, while I understand XXL didn't want to put someone like Tokyo's Revenge on the list because, you know, the boy kind of like likes to mess around with whatever. Anyways, we're not gonna get into that. But yeah, I understand that they didn't want to put someone like Tokyo's Revenge onto the list. Josiah has a cult fan base, had a massive hit on TikTok. I think he may have had 2 massive hits on TikTok. I don't understand why this guy isn't on the list. Definitely something off in my opinion. Oh yeah, he could also be that lyrical guy that I was talking about before. Like, Josiah can actually spit. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. Alright, next one, we got Lancey Fu. I'm not overly familiar. I know he's from the UK, and the only reason I'm including in my snubs is because this guy has a diehard fan base as well. I'd be lying to you if I told you I listen to this guy's music. The name is just something I'm relatively familiar with. I'm pretty sure he's worked with guys like Sofego in the past. I could be a little bit off with that as well. But yeah, Lancey Fu would have been a good pick. The guy has the fan base for it in both the UK and the US, so like, I don't understand why this guy didn't have even the slightest chance of getting onto this list, because like, come on now, like, there's definitely people he could have replaced. Next up, we got Luckelle. The reason why I made a prediction that this guy was going to be on the list, that video is on TikTok and Instagram, by the way, go follow if you're not already, is because in the past couple years, XXL has been putting more R&B artists on. You know, last year they had Cowboy on. I'm pretty sure YK Osiris was on it not too long ago. So like, yeah, they've been including all these R&B guys, and in my opinion, he was the most popular R&B guy who was in the candidates. They do have, you know, someone like Blast, who's like R&B mixed with hip-hop type vibe. I don't really know how to like get deep into his description. And Blast is a dope artist, so I'm not taking anything away from him. But Luckelle has been around for a couple years longer than Blast has, at least more so in the mainstream. So I figured Luckelle would have a pretty solid spot, you know, confirmed for him. Then we got RMR. Again, someone I'm really surprised didn't make this list. RMR, hella artistic, has a beautiful voice. Been pretty popping since that Rascal Flatts song came out. I'm pretty sure Lil Baby hopped on the remix. He had something else with Offset or something like that, I believe. So it's a little bit shocking to see that RMR just like didn't, like, he wasn't even in the discussion. Like, I haven't seen anybody talk about RMR when it comes to the XXL Freshman List. Y'all gotta stop sleeping on RMR. Definitely go check him out. Like, if you haven't already, use this video as like a promo for RMR, because bro needs way more attention. RMR is too fire. Then we gotta talk about the Kid Laroi. There's no way that they didn't offer the Kid Laroi this list. There's no way that they were like, yo, Kid Laroi, you're not on the list. There's no way. Impossible. I can almost assure you that this guy declined. I'm sure in like a week or two we're gonna find out that he did. He also has been going through like this management shift over the past couple weeks. He moved from Juice WRLD's old management with a guy named Pete Giddy on Woe and Grade A over to Scooter Braun, who is Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande and Demi Lovato, etc., as manager. So yeah, I'm sure they offered the Kid Laroi the spot on the list. For everybody out there who's getting upset, I'm sure they offered it to him. This guy is undeniably the biggest person who was in the running. So yeah, I would not be surprised if they offered him a spot on this list and he declined. I guess we'll find out, right? Then we got Tyler Yahweh. Tyler Yahweh has a heavy association with Post Malone. I'm pretty sure he's signed to Post's manager, Dre London, or has some sort of association with him. He went on tour with Post Malone right before COVID hit. He's just a fantastic artist in general. You know, he had Wiz Khalifa jump on the remix of his Stay High song or something. What was it called? High Right Now song. He's dope. He had that Stunning on You record with The Baby. He had Tommy Lee with Post Malone. He has a banger called Chiquita off his older project. Tyler Yahweh is just something different. Super fire artist. I'm really surprised he didn't make this list. Hopefully he makes it next year because I'm actually rooting for him. He's dope. Then we got one of the biggest robberies of the year. Undoubtable, undeniable, one of the biggest robberies of the year. Young Blue did not make the XXL Freshman List. I hope with all my heart that it's the same situation as the Kid Laroi. They approached him and he declined. I get it, Young Blue is not really a rapper. He's more of a singer / R&B kind of guy, but like, bro, like, you gave it to Blast. I'd say Young Blue and Blast are like in the same lane, and Young Blue has a song with Drake. Like, imagine they were just like, hey, Lil Baby, you're not good enough to be on the list. You know what I mean? Like, Young Blue has a song with Drake. That should just elevate you by like 10 times more. He's also putting on for like hella up and coming artists. You could look at like Mana Leo, for example, who's a female artist. I don't know where she's from, but Young Blue co-signed her not too long ago at all. I'm pretty sure they even did a video. Now she's up for Rolling Loud. I guarantee you she's going to be a contender for XXL Freshman List of 2022. So I'm extremely surprised that Young Blue didn't make this list. And yeah, I mean, I hope that he declined it after being offered. Then we got Young Gravy. This is a bit of a hot take. Young Gravy's been around for years, so like that's why it's a bit of a hot take. I wouldn't consider him a freshman necessarily. But Young Gravy is a super dope artist, cult fan base. He had that Whoop song that went absolutely crazy. I think Lil Wayne even hopped on the remix. He had a song with Ski Mask the Slump God, which I can't remember the name of. Sorry, you know, not a scripted video, like I said before. But Young Gravy, definitely deserving of a slot on this list. He's kind of the only artist out that I know of, at least, keeping like meme rap alive, kind of like what Ugly God used to go for. Unless we're talking about YNJ, who I guess is kind of keeping it alive too. But Young Gravy is definitely leading the charge. He has a cult fan base, super receptive. Me and him have actually spoken on DMs before. Like he communicates with his fan base. Like, I don't know, Young Gravy, in my opinion, definitely would have had a vote. I'm pretty sure I even did vote for him, but anyways. And then the last snub from the contenders who are actually up for this list definitely has to be 2K Baby. 2K Baby's been hot all year. He's been going crazy, been showing love to smaller artists, which is dope as hell. Has probably some of the most longevity out of everybody who was a contender for XXL Freshman. Just dropped a banger with Bankroll Hayden and this kid named Kari. I think it was called Kiki or Riri or something like that. Y'all should definitely check that out. He's been going crazy since I heard of him when he dropped the song Old Streets. Like, 2K Baby is just a dope artist overall. Like, very, very fire. He shows love to fans too. He commented on like a TikTok of mine a little while ago. Yeah, he's he shows love to people who show him love. Like, that's ultimately what you need for longevity in the music industry, and that's like what the goal of the XXL Freshman List is, right? It's supposed to predict who's going to have a large year in 2021, and like 2K Baby is somebody who definitely has the potential to do so. So yeah, I was like really shocked to not see him on the list. Now real quick, just to throw a couple honorable mentions out there that weren't contenders for the list, and I don't know why. I'm assuming XXL reached out and had some conversations, and people just weren't down. So first up, we got Snot. I see a lot of people getting upset about the fact that Snot wasn't on the list. I'm upset about it too. I know he was up for it last year. They lost his pitch video last year, which got him a little bit upset. So he publicly made the announcement that he wasn't down to ever do the freshman list, which I guess is why he's not a contender this year. Then you got both Chef G and Sleepy Hallow. There's like no New York representation on the XXL Freshman List of 2020 right now, to my knowledge. Again, I don't know where like people like Ruby Rose and Luckelle are from, so like can't really comment on it. But Chef G and Sleepy Hallow are leading the New York charge, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't put a Dusty Locane, they didn't put a CJ, and that's because both of those people have like mad hate, to my knowledge. You know, Dusty for being a lot like Pop, and CJ for being, you know, the whoopty dude who's a bit of a troll, constantly getting compared to 6ix9ine. But Chef and Sleepy, like, they have a lot of love in New York, and they're starting to get it worldwide. Like, I am not gonna be surprised if they both become, you know, some of the biggest artists in the world within a year or two. So I don't know why they weren't placed on this list. Kind of ridiculous to me. There's obviously a bunch of other people that I think, you know, should have been at least contenders. Shout outs to SSG Kobe, Sofago, you know, Scory, etc. There's a bunch of people out there that I think should have been, you know, at least put on the list of candidates. Maybe not Sofago, actually, because he kind of like burst onto the scene a little bit after the candidates were announced. You know, he burst onto the scene more so in May. And by the way, if you haven't checked out my Sofago documentary, I strongly suggest you do, and it'll be in the cards right now. But anyways, yeah, those are all my honorable mentions and the people who I think got snubbed from the list. Let me know who you think got snubbed from the list in the comment section below. I really hope you can put me onto some new artists if that's the case, because there's definitely some people that I'm trying to check out. So if you think somebody got snubbed from the list that I didn't mention, please drop a comment below. Let me know who they are, because your boy definitely wants some new music in his playlist, which is publicly available, by the way. You guys should go check out my playlist. The link is gonna be in the description. You already know we're going crazy all of 2021, so be sure to check out that playlist. But yeah, that's kind of the conclusion of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're coming back with strong content, I promise. We're working on hella scripts right now. So do me a favor, like this video if you want me to cover the XXL freshmen themselves. You know, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. If the One Track Mind team goes up, we're all going up together. You know what I mean? So you'll be able to say you were early to the channel. We're giving all of our early subscribers some sort of early access to content and things like that. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but we definitely want to show love to the people that show us love. Shoot us a DM over on Instagram. If I don't answer, it'll be one of my partners that do. We'll send you voice notes and just show you love, you know? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope you all have the greatest day. Peace.